Hello friends, it's Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming. How's everyone doing this week or today? I hope you're doing well. I'm here to do a little update on my craft room reorganization. I didn't do a whole lot this week, but I did a little bit. So I have gone through these drawers and I don't know if I changed this around. I have a little sheet strip there, vintage sheet strip that I'm going to ruffle. So that's why that's sitting there. I have some needles to put in my needle drawer, so I'm going to put that away. If you hear a little pitty patter of my little grand dog here, oh, back up, Jazzy. She just came to see me. She likes to be with me when she's here. I'm watching her because my son's out of town, or we're watching her for the weekend, so she likes to be with me here in my craft room. So anyway, to go through these drawers this week, I kind of like just straightened these drawers. I might have taken a few things out, but basically left things here unless I moved them. Like I have somewhere else to put them, so I put them somewhere else. Or I got rid of some things. So anyway, what's left in here? This is kind of moving around here. It's supposed to be like this. So, yeah, Jazzy, are you watching? So, yeah, this stuff moves around a little bit, but anyway, what's left in here is what was already in here. I didn't add anything, but I did take some things out. So there's a little empty room there now. And these are just this is all of my inks besides my vintage photo, which I keep on my craft table. These are my other two or three inks here. This one was gifted to me, and this one. And I have the refills for each one here too. That's a refill, vintage photo refill, and that's just alcohol ink. Coin envelopes, which I have some in my closet, but I just want to grab one and not go into my closet. I have a few there. And then measuring tapes, wax seals that I've made, and some other odds and ends. So, you know, nothing earth-shattering, just some stuff I already had there that I'm not moving. Okay. And then this drawer, let's see, I had some, I'm trying to think if I took anything out of here. I may have. I don't remember now. But anyway, you can see it's not totally overstuffed. I think I did take something out, put it somewhere else. But a lot of strings and twine in here and a few other little tools. My bookbinding stuff is in this box here, plus extra wax cord there that I use to bind my journals, and a little bit of glue. Some other like elastic, type strings here. So all that kind of stringy stuff is in there. And then the next drawer down, you can see I have everything divided in those Dollar Tree little organizers in here too. This drawer, the same thing. Now I had my scrapbooking scissors in here, and I think that's all I took out of here really. They were kind of just filling up all of this, so now I can kind of see what's in here. I took paint markers or whatever they were out of my paint drawer that I showed you last week. Oop. Why are we getting blurry? I'm using a different phone today, so I don't know. Might have to check my focus. But yeah, paint markers I took out of my other paint drawer and put in here now. So I just have paints in there, paint bottles instead of paint markers. And so all my paint markers are in here, and my jewelry tools and a few other things you can see, like the little Velcro type things and stuff like that. I have some extra staples for my, I'm going to drop my phone. My mini stapler, not mini stapler, tiny attacher. And then bottom drawer is the file drawer, where basically there's about twice as much stuff in here, and I went through it and decided what I was never going to use. I took it out and threw it away. And then the rest is things that I have the original with copies in a file folder, or this notebook which has sheet protectors in it. And so I have the original with the copy in either a file folder or that. And that's what's in there besides my stencils, which I have right here. That is all of my stencils. So there's more than you think, but there's a lot of little ones down in here. The little square ones, they're all down in here. So that's all I need. So that is in there. So pretty much I did a little bit of decorating in here. Maybe I can try to show you that real quick. But this next week I'm going to do this. I didn't get to it this past week, so this is I kind of decided that this is all craft supplies, like junk journal supplies. So I'm going to try to take all these out of here and put them somewhere else, which I don't know where I'm going to put them right now. I have to see what's here and where I have to put it. Hopefully I have somewhere to put all of this. There's actually a lot in there. And then I'm going to put in there my project baskets, like the current projects I'm working on, which is the Halloween journal. I'm now working on a Cracker Jack journal, so those could go in the top two. And then my Halloween stash container that I took out of my closet, I'd like to put down there. And they will all fit here. I just have to get this cleaned out. And then I added a couple decorations. So my daughter-in-law was getting rid of these two pictures here. She painted them. I've got my timer on my TV there, so I don't want to get anybody dizzy. It doesn't get me dizzy, but it's a roller coaster. Anyway, I digress, right? So she painted these, and she was like, they were on their way to Goodwill. And I'm like, no, you painted those. I will take those and find a place for them. So they're here, right here in my craft room. This is my, that shelf unit. So just to show you the orientation of them, they're right here. I had these two, let me take you over here. See those two like prints on the wall? I had those over there, and I moved those over here, and then the pictures are over there. So that's my timer. Sorry if that makes you dizzy. And then she was getting rid of these frog hooks, which she had in her bathroom. They had to redo their bathroom because they had a leak. They're in the process, and she took this down. She thought, I don't think I want that anymore. So I don't have anything really hanging on it yet, but I like frogs too. We both, by coincidence, like my son married a girl that liked frogs. Oops, I disconnected my little things here. I'll put those back in a second. But yeah, she likes frogs, and so do I. So I said, no, I think I can see if I can find a place for that. And then I did, right there. It's on this wall here that I showed you before. I think I showed it to you before. That's where my thread is. So yeah, I think it looks nice right there. It's I don't like clutter, but in here in the craft room, I kind of like a little bit of this is a little bit cluttery, but also organized, if that makes sense. So I think that's all I can show you this week. I did add this little ceramic strawberry container here. That's what I call it anyway. Strawberry basket for just some things I'm sewing on. And so in order for them not to be strewn around here and scattered and kind of look like a mess, I contained them in there because I had to think about what do I have in my house to contain these, and I thought of that for my kitchen. I went and got it out of a cabinet, and there it is, looking pretty cute. It's not too big, and so I think maybe that'll work here, where I can keep my current sewing, little papery type sewing projects, like tags or whatever. I can stick them in there and keep them contained. And then I did add one more organizational container. I'll take you over here. Last week I had showed you that old basket that I had my patterns in, sewing patterns, and I also, when I was just walking around my house normally as I live here, I thought of this shredded wheat tin that I had in my dining room on a shelf, and I was like, and I knew there was nothing in there, so I was like, I think my patterns would fit in there. And sure enough, the lid I just put underneath so I could keep track of the lid, but my sewing patterns fit in there. It looks so much, I think, nicer than that basket was a little tattered. And I just had, the only reason I had that basket was because I bought something in it from an estate sale, I remember now. And it was in that basket. I just, took the whole thing home. And I never meant to use the basket as storage because it was kind of pretty tattered. So anyway, long story short, or long story long. Oh, did I put my Rolodex cards up there since last week? I had them in a box and I took them out because the box was bigger than what was in it. So I figured this takes up less space. Sewing patterns there now. You can see I have a few behind that didn't fit in there, but as I use them, I'll have to make sure I use a few to fit those ones in the back in there. But I think that looks a whole lot cuter than the tattered basket. And that's pretty much it for this week. I will be back with the reorganization of that, rolly cart, and so I'll show you that next week. So have a great day. I'll see y'all later. Happy organizing.